Okay, Math 2, looking at logarithms. Logarithms are a brand new word for us, okay? Logarithms are defined such as this definition, log base b of x equals y if you have a situation where b to the y equals x. So the thing that we want to pay attention to right here is, of course, that the answer to a logarithm is an exponent. Notice, the answer to this logarithm is y, and over here, y is an exponent. So that tells us the logarithm is an exponent. That's an important fact to keep in mind. How do you read this? Oh, I skipped that part. Here we go. We're just going to, mostly what I have for you here today are examples. We're not going to go into any details as to why. We're really just going to practice moving back and forth. We'll spend a little bit more time on the why in a later math class. So what I'm trying to say right here in log base 4 of 16 is 2, is I'm trying to rewrite this. Well, notice I said log base 4. Well, we know exponents have a base, right? This b is where this 4 is, so this 4 is the same as this b. So over here, it's the base of the exponent. Now, the answer to a logarithm is an exponent. So look right here, the y is the same thing as this 2. 2 is the y. So that means it's the exponent. So I'm going to 4 to the second power. And is equal to the 16. And that's how we do it. So just kind of pay attention to where those things are at. Okay? We'll try another one. Alright? I can't explain it too much. We can just watch examples. The base, log base 6 of 216 is 3. So log base 6, so my base is a 6. Oh, I forgot. So here you can see where I tried to connect those together and use that as a reference. Alright, so the base of the log is 6. The answer is the exponent, so it's 6 to the third. It's going to equal 216. I'm going to go through the rest of these. I'm not going to talk about them. Well, I have to a little bit. Just take your time and look through them. Alright, take your time to look through that. The base of 5. The answer is the exponent. And whatever here is with the logarithm becomes the equal sign. This one's different. Notice it does not have a base. That has a special name to it. We call it the common log. Common logs are always base 10. So a common log is base 10. We call it a common log. It's the most common logarithm that is used in math. It's with base 10. Our number system is based off of base 10, and that's why it's the common log. So I know that that base is a 10. So anytime you see a logarithm and it doesn't have its own base, like on these, then you know it's automatically a 10. It's 10 to some power. This is another logarithm that we're going to study in a different class, but I just wanted you to be familiar with it. It's called the natural log. Alright, and it has a base, what we call e. Now, e is a special number. It's from a man named Euler, but you spell his name with an E, E-U-L-E-R. It's a weirdo number. You can press it on your calculator. It's 2.718. It's kind of like pi, except it's a different number. Not important that we use it a lot right now. Just I wanted you to be familiar with it. So we're going to rewrite this one as e to the fourth. E is the base. E is that special number, 2.718. Raised to the fourth power equals 54.6. Alright? And you can put that in your calculator and check. Try 2.718 to the fourth power. You should get this answer. We're going to try it the other way. Alright, the other way around, I'm just flipping and switching it from an exponent to a logarithm. So this time log base, there's my base, so it's base 8. My exponent becomes my answer, and the 512 is the logarithm. The base is a 9. The exponent is the answer, and there's the 27. the base, 1/3. The exponent is the answer. Now notice on this one it was a base of 10, right? So I wrote it like a common log. I did not write the 10. And this one is using a base of e, so I'm going to use the natural log. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to evaluate all of these using our definition. Okay, so this would be the old school way. This would be the way of doing it with no calculator. This would be the way of really understanding what a logarithm is. So, when I look at this problem here, log 5 to 625, my mind is saying 5, because that's the base, 5 to what power would give me 625? So I have to think, 5 to what power would give me 625? Well, I can play around with the calculator, I can figure that out. 5 to the 4th power gives me 625. So the log base 5 of 625 is the answer 4. That's how I'll go through all of these. 2 to what power gives me a 64? So in my head I'm trying to think of what power is it that gives me a 64? That's 2 to the 6th power. This one is a common log, so I'm going to say 10 to what power gives me 1,000. And of course that is 3. This one I've given you the 25. I've got to think hard. 25 to what power gives me the 5? Now you really got to think about that one for a minute. 25 to what power? It ends up being a half, remember? 1/2 would be a square root, so square root 25. And then finally, log of 0.0001 is 10 to what power gives me that? Well, if I just count my decimal places, I can figure out that that's -5. Okay? The next, I forgot to do the next set right here. What I didn't show you right here was evaluating the following logs with a calculator. Now, when I say with a calculator, what I mean is our new operating system. The new operating system on your calculator, if you'll press the Math button, then menu A has log base x of your parentheses. So what you can do is you can just fill in the blanks. So that's exactly what I want you to do with the new operating system, is press the Math button, go to letter A, which is the log base, I think is what it says, and you type these in exactly word for word what it is. Alright, it's very straightforward, not a lot to talk about with that. One thing you can do to make sure you're getting these right, because I don't have the answers for you right here, is to do the ones above us and see if you get the same answers we had before. Actually, I'll tell you what, I will put these in just a second. Try these on your own real quick. Wait till 5 seconds and then I'll give you the answers. Okay guys, here's your answers. Check them out if you want to. We should probably write our answers as fractions here and here because it makes more sense to us. Also notice this was a common log, so you don't even have to use this Math button. You can just use the log button on the front home screen, which is next to the 7. And this is a natural log, so you can use the button next to the 4. Finally, what do you do if you don't have a calculator that'll do this? Well, then you have to learn this change of base formula, and that'll be next. So the change of base formula, it's important just to recognize where everything goes. Little b is your old base. Okay, your old base is going to be right here. Little x, or big X I should say, goes right here. And little a is going to be your new base. Now what does it look like? Let's just check it out on this very first example. Okay, it's going to look like this. Now notice I'm using common logs. And if you'll read this, the reason I'm using common logs is because common logs are on every calculator. Matter of fact, it's even on my iPhone. So I can do this without any fancy calculator. So even though my iPhone won't do log base 3 of 7, it will do common log of 7 divided by common log of 3. So I put that in my calculator or in my iPhone, and I find out it's equal to 1.771. That's how all of these will go. So this second one is going to be the common log of 23 divided by the common log of 4. And I can use my calculator or my phone. This one is going to be the common log of 13 divided by the common log of 9. This one is going to be the common log of 5 divided by the common log of 2. And this one, even though I could type this one straight in my calculator, because most calculators do have a natural log on them, again, just to be consistent, I'm going to switch it to a common log. I could say it's the common log of 4 divided by the common log of the letter E. Remember, that's Euler's number. And that ends up giving me 1.386. Guys, you got lots of practice tonight. Your homework is just the odds, and we'll do the evens tomorrow in class. Good luck to you.